This is your stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and of course, the latest update on the stimulus negotiations as of today, Saturday, October 31st. Otherwise, in my world, it's called Banana Day. What do you call today?
I call it Monkey Day.
I don't know why, but she keeps looking at me like I'm lunch. So anyway, let's get right into it and talk about what's going on with the latest stimulus negotiations on a weekend between Nancy and Steve as they continue to jab at each other and insult each other. Remember just a little while ago, these two were actually getting along a little bit and negotiating through this package. It's a little bit concerning now as these two are attacking each other on a daily basis now. So the tone has changed a lot. But anyway, if you're new here, hey, welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. If you're returning, welcome back. Thanks for being part of the community and for your continued support and loyalty. It means so much to us. Like I always say, I'm always here for you every single day, looking out for you in any way that I possibly can. So let's get right into it and talk about what is going on. So Nancy Pelosi was out, and a shocker, but she scolded Steve Mnuchin for his failure to come together to provide clarity on some of the issues that she has asked for clarity. So she's scolding him because he has not come through with her demands. Does Nancy Pelosi seem like a person that's very demanding? Yeah, she seems like a very demanding person. But anyway, apparently he did not come through with clarification on some of those concerns. Remember, every single day, I mean, this is on a daily basis, they provide letters back and forth to each other. They're like little school kids passing notes and letters to each other, and they ask for clarification. Well, she asked him for some clarification. Apparently, he did not provide it fast enough, or maybe didn't clarify enough to what she was wanting, and she kind of freaked out on him. So, interesting. President Trump also, he was out once again reiterating the fact that he promises a large stimulus package after the election. And I guess I wonder, why are we waiting until after the election? What about the last 5 months? I'm not sure why we have to wait until after the election. I feel like that's just going to make things even more complicated. So we'll have to see. But anyway, do you have a quote from Trump?
I do.
Okay.
He said, quote, "I would rather do it now, but Nancy Pelosi does not want to do it."
Yeah. So once again, the parties going at each other. This is nothing new. All of us know this. They always do this, go at each other, especially right before an election. It's getting to be bittersweet for sure. So Nancy Pelosi also, she submitted a letter to Steve Mnuchin, and she in that letter, she is blaming Steve Mnuchin as well as the Republicans for their failure to come together on a COVID relief deal, a stimulus package deal. So she's completely pointing the finger at them, which, again, we're not taking sides of any kind, but yeah, it's just kind of interesting. I think all of us can agree that, I feel like all parties are to blame here, but certainly interesting. At the same time, Nancy Pelosi has narrowed it down to 6 big-ticket items standing in the way between the two parties and their deal. These 6 big-ticket items, we've been talking about it a little bit here, but it's testing and tracing, school funding, the unemployment benefits, there's the tax credits for children, or the family tax credits for children, there's other things that I honestly didn't write it down. But anyway, it's not the stimulus checks. We already know the stimulus checks have been agreed upon for a very long time now. They've had that in there. They both have agreed on it for a very long time. It has never been an issue. So again, it's so sad to continue looking at this stimulus package thinking it's literally being held up with issues that they can come back on afterward. If anything, just get relief out to the people immediately and then come back and argue, guys, all you want for as much time as you want on all this other business. And I get it. People need unemployment benefits as well. Maybe that's something else they should expedite. But other than that, I mean, they should probably get a move on and get this stuff expedited for sure. But either way, regardless of what happens, Republicans will stay in power until mid-January, as we know. So no matter what happens on Tuesday, on Election Day, which who knows if we're actually going to have an answer at the end of the day on Tuesday. I kind of highly doubt it. But no matter what happens this coming week as far as the election goes, remember, President Trump is going to stay in power until mid-January, until whoever president is in office once again or is replaced, whatever happens. But that goes until mid-January. Any quick thoughts?
No.
By the way, it's kind of hard to turn my head in this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, we just, he still has a few months left of his term. So regardless of what happens.
It's certainly going to be very interesting to see what happens after the election, like I said in my video yesterday, as well as I'm going to be releasing a video this afternoon, as well as another video tomorrow, which I'm going to be talking about. What I did is I broke it down. I took the blue perspective, so the Democratic side, and then I also took the Republican side. I made 2 dedicated videos to be completely fair, and in all fairness, I just took both sides, and I made a dedicated video talking about what are the implications of a blue win, like a Democratic win. What are the implications of a red win or a Republican win? So I talked about that in these dedicated videos, and I actually have, I feel like, a lot of really interesting information and insight into the stimulus going forward. Again, after the election, I said this yesterday, but I want to say it again. After the election, who knows what could happen? We could see one side completely fold up and say, I'm not talking anymore. There's no need for us to talk anymore. I'm not talking. And there could be stimulus as early as February if something like that were to happen. Otherwise, we could see one side scramble to quick get a deal within the next 3 months while President Trump is still in office. It's certainly going to be very interesting on the stimulus front over the next coming weeks here right after the election, because you just never know, and these sides could quickly come together, or they could be more divided than ever and literally just completely walk away from the negotiations and just be done until February. Unfortunately, we do not want that to happen because, like I said, in some instances, which I'll lay out in my videos that I'll release later this afternoon and again tomorrow, so be sure to watch for those videos, but literally one of the options is they could completely fold up and not talk again until January, late January or February. And then if we were to get those second stimulus checks, which I do think we're going to, just a matter of when, like I've been saying for so long now, it could be February at the absolute earliest in some of these instances. Or it could be like late November. We just don't know quite yet. But I think a lot of this should be unfolding over the next week or so. Certainly, the landscape is going to look very, very different in 1 week from now. Just think of it. 1 week from now, we're going to be talking about some very interesting stuff in a very different tone here. We don't know what that's going to be. But anyway, so yesterday, the United States passed 9 million COVID cases. That's a lot. That's crazy, don't you think?
That's a lot of cases.
That's scary. So they've been spiking lately. So anyway, I hope all of you have a great weekend. Please stay safe out there. And as always, we will continue to be back for you each and every day. No matter if we have no news or a ton of news, we will still be here every single day for you. That's our commitment. It has been for 6-7 months now. I mean, the channel's been here for 2.5 years, but I committed like 7 months ago that I'd be back every single day, and I've been doing that. So any quick thoughts?
No. Have a happy and safe Halloween.
Have a safe Halloween. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy, and have a banana day.